Good evening, everybody. Hope you guys are having a great day. I'm Josh. Hope you guys are having a great day so far. And back with some NACS, which is technically my birthday still in North America, but of course, I'm another year older. And we're back with some NRG taking on some fluffy aimers. And we're not sure if we're feeling the energy tonight, or if the fluffy team's going to win, okay? I prefer the fluffy team, to be honest. I think the fluffy team's going to win. But overall, I gotta say, NRG basically, looking at the team, I see a lot of familiar faces back in the EG lineup. Good to see that Volko and Hex T are back together again. After, Volko and Hex T played for a long time in that Evil Geniuses lineup. I saw NRG signed up Automatic, and I was a bit surprised. I was actually expecting Lake to be signed up, to be honest, because I think Lake is a rifle that they probably needed in that circumstance, because Lake's showing a very, very high skill ceiling. I definitely enjoy watching him play, so I was a bit surprised when he wasn't picked up. I was just like, oh, okay. So I saw that Mr. Automatic coming back for another round, and I gotta say, this team is basically EG plus OCE instead of Cirque in the end. And a bit surprised by that. I wonder if a different sort of thing would come in. Oh, wait, there's another game today? Apparently there's a second game today. I didn't realize there was a second game today. I could switch to that. Everyone will hate me because yeah. You know what? We'll do a mid-swap. Okay, we'll do a swap mid-stream. We'll swap from NRG to Elevate and Carpe Diem. Do a mid-swap. Everyone's gonna be like, oh, I wanted to watch NRG. You can watch that on the other channel. I think I'm just gonna do a mid-swap. Okay, 2 seconds. Let me just change all the thingos on my streams in particular. Boy. We are now not going to go through the rosters today because all my rosters are set up incorrectly. So, yeah. Okay, let's just get into the server quickly for you guys as well. This is going to be the most scuffed switch I've ever done. You guys see me do all my setup in live time, okay? Okay, we've got the people in the server at the moment, just waiting for myself. Do you guys love the on-the-fly switch? We'll be on Vertigo for first map, by the way. If you guys are in here and you want to go to the other game, it's Fish the Husky, I believe, has got it. He's live with the game in particular. So yeah, if we've elevated Carpe Diem, funnily enough, you know how I started talking about Lake earlier? Lake is playing for Elevate, so yeah, take that one, okay? So gonna be kind of interesting, I'm gonna say. So basically we got Wiz, we got Arcade, we got Micro, we got Seb, we got Lake, and I gotta say Lake's definitely a player to watch. Elevate, we got Shav, Shane, Dare. Oh, okay, this is the Timberman lineup. I'm just sitting there being like, hang on, I've seen these players before, and I'm like, yeah, this is a Timberman lineup. So Family Fun Norg. I gotta say, Timberman have been very interesting, to be honest. A very interesting lineup because, of course, they're a bit on the nose in the NA scene, like quite a bit for their, I don't know what to put it, vulgar language? Yeah, vulgar language and very expressive language and very colourful language. So you guys probably understand where I'm getting at the moment with how these guys are, okay? And they talk a lot of trash at tournaments, okay? Which is, I'm gonna say, is fairly typical of the NA scene. We watch Elevate? Yeah, we're gonna be watching Elevate because my theory as a caster is that I don't want to put, what are we going to say? We don't want to put like 2 English casters on one game and the other game's uncovered. And I didn't realize that this game was uncovered at all. I didn't even realize this game was on until just then. But, you know, that's what we're watching because I do enjoy watching Lake and I want to see how they go. At the moment, if you guys want to check, get you guys into the server, you guys want to be like, oh, what's happening in the server? Is anything happening? Well, I'll tell you guys what. There's only a few people warming up and that's practically it. Okay, that's pretty much it. A few people warming up. So you'll hear some stuff in the background, but turn that down for the meantime. But we're just waiting for the people to join the server. I'm not going to go to any other scene because all my other scenes are ready for NRG NRG would be whatever. I haven't updated the maps yet because I haven't got the vetoes yet. Okay, vetoes. Let's get you guys the vetoes. Okay, the vetoes are going to be... So we're going to get Vertigo and Anubis, and I just realized it's a BO2. I think I put BO3 in the title. Let's just change that. Yeah. Like I say, Force of Habit, by the way, guys. Force of Habit. Maps are going to be Vertigo, as you saw before. And I believe the second one is Anubis. Yep, it is. I'll put the 2 maps. There are no decider maps. So we got DE Vertigo and then DE Anubis. You guys are watching me fill out my HUD in real time as well. Season 2's decider. Okay, cool. But yeah, I actually put a new HUD. I wanted to flare up most of the colors, so it's like, you know, clear, distinct blue versus yellow. I want to see how it goes. I've been trying to experiment with the colors and whatnot to see, you know, how it looks, see if I can make it look unique. Obviously not to a point where you can't recognize, you know, who's CT side and who's T side. Maybe we should do that. Okay, maybe we should do that. We should make the people guess what side they're on. But anyway, we're getting elevated incoming shortly. But yeah. Oh, Strife game. I can tell you what games are on, dude. Like, if you want me to tell you what games are on today. Oh. There's only 2 games on today. There's the NRG game versus Fluffy Gamers. And then there's Elevate v Carpe Diem. There's no other games today. Oh, 2 seconds. I'm gonna get the face it room. They have a coach coming in. I just gotta exclude them. How you guys been going anyway? Biogenesis of Top Gun. How have you guys been going at the moment? Anything new? NACS Resident Sleeper, dude, they're not that. You got some colorful players in tonight. Okay, I'll tell you that much. You got some colorful players in tonight from the Elevate roster. As soon as I read the Elevate roster's team, I'm just like, this is Timberman, isn't it? Like, as soon as I read it, I'm like, this is Timberman. I know this is Timberman. The Strife game isn't today. There's no Strife game scheduled, just an FYI. I've got the schedule here of... I'm not sure what game you're looking for, but I've got the game here and it's not there. Okay. Like, I've got the actual schedule, so... this server's gonna get reset, by the way. Strifey Nomads, let me see. Is it on ESL Challenger? Yeah, okay, I was checking that schedule. I assume it's advanced. Let me check. I can check that schedule for you, but I gotta do a few things on my HUD because there's a coach in, so I've got to hide him so you don't see a dead coach on my HUD all the time. Let me see. I'll get you guys scheduled for ESA Advanced. Where is this? 2 seconds, let me find it. You guys. Catastrophe Nomads. It's on HLTV. You can spectate in game. I believe that's the game. Yeah, it's on advanced. No wonder why I couldn't see it on my schedule for NA. But that's the game. I'm not casting that game today. So yeah. I could hop onto it a bit later, because it depends on how these BO1s go, basically. It's 4 in the morning. You do realize I'm Australian, right? Start the game? Oh, dude, that can't... Bro, are you memeing? Are you memeing? Like, seriously, are you memeing at this point? Dude, you realize that the casters can't start the game, right? The game hasn't started, just an FYI. The Carpe Diem players are actually joining this time. That's a good start, okay? Good start. Two seconds, guys. I'm just making sure that the HLTV names match the other stuff. Because that's very, very important. Okay, I'm gonna have knife round coming in, by the way, guys. So yes, you are gonna get your game. Match is currently being played. Knife round will be straight up knife round. I'm just making sure that everyone's got their name and the matches on HLTV before we just jump in. I'm Josh, I'll be your caster today. Hope you guys are having a great day today. At the moment, I'm just making sure that everyone's names match on HLTV. Yep, that sounds good. Let's get the knife round all ready to go. Peeping, they're having a big standoff in middle. And peeping with the right click, the double right click as well. That was simultaneous and looks like Elevate are going to win. Oh, jeez. Peeping, not a big fan of D there. Stabs him in the back after the round's over. And Elevate will pick either the CT side or T side. This one's kind of weird. Like, you can't be like, oh, okay, no, you should pick this side. Oh, no, you should pick that side, in particular with Vertigo. Because both sides are just like, yo, you can pick either side. You know, it'll be fairly good. I just realized Fragadelphia was on, by the way. I just saw post. I can't pronounce the name for the life of me, okay? Elevate. Elect to start on that T side. 5 Glocks, 2 flashes and a Molotovs for Elevate. Doolies on Lake. And there's no kit. 2 flashes on Micro as well for Carpe Diem. Keeping. Head into that B bomb site. Weak defense from Carpe Diem on B bomb site. 1 player on drop and that's it. No one on site. You got 4 players in A. And Seb has got a lot of things to deal with at the moment. Double flash going in. Seb does tag a few players. Rotations are coming through. Late lurk coming in from Snav. He's just waiting to see if anyone will go in T-spawn. Micro just checking mid with Seb. Just making sure there's no late lurk coming through Arcade. Popping up on Cold Zera. Pistol's going in, Lake's being dinked, and that's not a good sign so far. Arcade flashbang goes in, but he's half flash. Lake goes down. Now it's a 4v5. Arcade needs to get a few heads ticking in, and there's trades just going all over the place. The pistols are hitting, but it's all up to Wiz now. Wiz making a 1v1. Wiz can make it happen, but he's trying to buy time here, Snav, and Snav is aware of it, and Snav, he's bought enough time, should win the round here. Wiz has to be slow, can't be quick. Snav's got this at danger sign, and Snav will win the round. Wiz with an important 4k, but Elevate take the bickies. Gonna say that lack of a kit is gonna annoy Carpe Diem there. You know, kit would have won them the round. Like I said, I don't think you know, Wiz will mind that much, given the fact that they did turn around a 4v5. The retake started pretty horribly as well, may I add, you know, with late getting dinked, and that's, you know, one of your star players on 11 HP trying to go in for a rotate. Oh, no, not rotate, sorry, a retake. It's just like, bro, like, you're not going to get in there. You're going to get piled up by Glocks. Anti-eco coming in. They'd like to have one flash stacking the B site. Peeping. Gonna get a couple of kills as Mac 10. He gets stinked. He'll drop a Mac 10 over. Jeez, they've been spotted. Now Peeping's got to grab one. One of the rifles has gone down, but Peeping's making it work with that Mac 10. He's heard Micro. Oh, jeez, he's being popped on by Lake, and Lake's going to recover a Mac 10. It should be an AK picked up by Micro. They've got the site. Lake is going to try to chip in for a bit more, and Micro's going to run to the heels of this AK. Lake, under stairs. He's got the Molotov. Can just be a pain in the ass, and that's what he's electing to do. Lake running at the Mac 10. To take down Snav, it's huge, but Snav will trade him out, and Micro's just running with that AK. Micro's going to be exceptionally careful, though. He's going to be very careful. Because he's on 26 HP. You don't want to die after getting this AK. Like, you know, the sacrifices that are made to get that AK. And since they've eco'd, they can buy up next round. And if they can keep this AK, of course, it just snowballs effectively. Micro, I feel like he's just going to get a bit away. Yep, he's fine. I'm going to say, I just get very paranoid because of the bomb radius. Like, the bomb radius, you just don't know. Like, the bomb radius could be absolutely huge. And, you know, you could get caught up with the extra 20 damage. Like, you know, I would be nervous if it was 100 HP. I'd been like, yeah, that's fine. He'll probably live. He'd probably take a bit of damage. But he had 26, so I was like a bit nervous, going, oh, you don't want to underestimate this. So they got an AWP out. Wiz on the AWP already. That's huge. I didn't expect Wiz to just pull out the AWP, but he did get a couple of kills during pistols, so that gives them the AWP. Holding mid. Actually going to be thrown in. They're going to peek into this. They're ready for it. Oh, Wiz just shoots past the hip. And now they're aware of the AWP being in middle. And actually pushing A. Micro's been forced out. Hurts on the burning. The secret player's getting active as well. Important chip damage from the HE grenades. A lot off towards sandbags. And, well, they're trying to push and pile under pressure. D going up towards secret. Trying to get a freebie here. Trying to poke and prod. Not hitting anything. Like, he's wanting to swing. Trying to poke and prod. Both teams are trying to go for the wall bank. Both teams are hitting steel walls. And trying to poke the other team on the other side. A lot of pressure being piled on. Wiz has to move. He's on very little HP now. Execute's coming in. Lake trying to navigate. Spots one at sandbags. Can't get a spray in. Just dancing around the sandbags at the moment. Rotation's coming in from the B site. For Carpe Diem. Wiz, he's got a collateral. Can he hold a bit more? They're just pushing through and eventually are going to get through. Snav and Peeping. Going to push them away. Have a Lake able to just cling onto the site. Has just forced Elevate off of it at the moment. Elevate still have the bomb. They still could go for a last charge. Seb just making sure the second player isn't lurking around. Lake's got one. And it's now just up to Peeping in a 1v3. Peeping can't take down Lake, and Lake able to hold the site by bare thread. That little twisties in the lock. That was Lake as he held on, and it'll be a first round for Carpe Diem. I gotta say, Lake was very important that round in particular. Like, basically, they lose Wiz here. Wiz is on 7 HP. They lose a rifle here, but Lake is able to just hold this angle, just hold the site, to just stop Elevate from being a quick default plant at the boxes. I think like I say, if Elevate gets that plant, it could have been just round over. It was just a very, very hard fight back in the side. These two teams have been having absolute dogfights on the side, as evidenced during the pistol round. Elevate, they force up. Tech 9's AK is coming in. Snav leading the charge. He's checking through middle. Wiz was here last time with the AWP. This time Wiz is here with the M4 instead. The AWP was not saved from the previous round. Peeping. The long angle's going to favour Wiz here with the M4A1S. And Snav's ready for it. He's aiming at it. Can't take the head. Molotov being thrown in, and they're going to be forced onto the B site. Seb with the MP9 playing against Peeping. The MP9 Tech 9 are kind of similar. Snav does take down Seb, but he takes a lot of damage, and Wiz has been taken out as well on the elevators. And that's going to be Mortis, the other B defender as well. Dare spots Micro, and that is going to be around for the Tech 9s of Elevate. Lake is just going to save at this point. To be fair, like, you know, trying to keep the rifles more important is caught there unaware. Problem is, he's going to be able to survive for at least 45 seconds now. That's the hard part. They're all hunting him. Lake can go and retake the site potentially as well, but that's not even in his mind at the moment. He's got a smoke and a kit. Looking for Snav at T-spawn. He's a dead man. Looks the wrong way. He goes for the 1% chance. I don't blame him on that one. It's what generally the hunting tees do. It's a really hard one to say that he can't stay in the site for 30 seconds. He's eventually going to be doinked out. They didn't use much utility in game to that side. That's why he's just like, nah, you know, I've got to move somewhere. But it's just really frustrating because, like, you know, I don't want to move too much at the same time. It's a very difficult one to negotiate, you know. Could be an eco, just a 5.7 and a USB. Bit of an entry here. And Snav in the background has actually gone down, but they can't get the ace. But Lake, he's probably going to get Kobe'd in, will be. And Lake's got a 2k as well, taking down D before he goes down. Snav, 1 for 1 so far. Both Arcade and D dropping. A little middle skirmish, which doesn't amount to too much. There's, at the bottom of A ramp, doesn't want to give up A main to maintain some sort of presence. Wiz has got a clear angle of A main as well. They've definitely got to flash in here to get to A main. If they don't get Wiz off this angle, Wiz is at least going to grab one. Wiz actually dodges that flash perfectly, but the Molotov will force him out of position. Wiz holding onto a secret. Are they looking for him? That's the main question. Shane, Elevate just popping in, just crossing all the boxes, dotting the I's and crossing the T's. Lake's got a 1 for 1, makes it a 2 for 1 as well. Lake, he has another one coming up. Secret, but he does heavily damage Shane, but he goes down as well. But Micro from Tetris shuts down Shane, and he knows right away at the bombs here. Seb coming into backup as well as he rotates from B. Peeping. Oh, that Molotov did not go well at all. Smoke's gone now. Now it's going to take on a lot of these duels. Oh, jeez. Caught play out in the open. Peeping. Oh, he needs to hit these shots. He hits one. Buying time and Peeping unable to convert the 1v2. Had a chance. Micro able to trade out. I had a feeling that he could have converted that. A slight feeling I was sitting there going like, ooh, he could do this. He could do this. I was a believer, not gonna lie, that Peeping was gonna 1v2 that. Because he looked very confident in his movement, basically. It's just the initial spray is missed. Like I can say as well, like, Carpe Diem did not look confident in taking that 2v1. They were just so hesitant. And their movement just looked really, really shaky. Shane, flashbang goes in. I'm gonna say I really liked Elevate's utility as well. Like the utility's always been bang on. It's always been targeting specific areas. Like what I'm saying is that there's been targeting specific areas and poking and prodding to allow them to go through without much resistance, and always considering the spots that will basically trip them up. They play one more game. Yeah, it's a BO2. Basically, once this game's over, they'll play another game. They'll play another map. I feel like tactically, Carpe Diem's just a bit behind, but they are adapting and adjusting to this. Micro gets the opening. Like, basically, Carpe Diem have been very good, and oh, geez, great work by Lake. Great hold so far. Micro's got him on the line, but peeping, he baits it. Wiz grabs one, but he's a dead man. Great trade by Shane. That's an amazing trade by Shane to just instantly trade out. TV at 2v2. The B rotators are coming in. I think Arcade spotted D on the back, and he knows Shane's on default. So you can communicate to potentially Sebs like, hey, we got one guys in the back lanes in the secret area. Could be ramp. Just have to wait for the smoke to disappear, basically. Another smoke's been played down. Arcade trying to poke and pro. He's hacked up Shane, he heard that. Now they're going to go in. Smoke can be put onto the bomb, and they know that as well. Now, Arcade spots one at secret. Hasn't spotted Shane yet. Shane going into the smokes. He might go for the stabs. We can't find anyone yet. And that's going to be a defuse, and it's going to be a retake. And Carpe Diem, that was a very calm retake. I know I said earlier that they looked shaky, they looked nervous, stuff like that, but that was a very calm retake from Carpe Diem, and the ult's been recovered for Wiz. Shane in there. They've got the Deagles and a Deagle and a Tech 9. Or a lot of Tech 9s actually, the 4 Tech 9s. And Carpe Diem deal with the Tech 9s. That's the main issue. Arcade. Well, he's going to have to deal with it very shortly. He's put himself in the open angle as well. And Arcade just drops back. Doesn't want to really proceed with it. Lake's got 1, got 2. Might get a 3rd, but Lake's been peppered with Tech 9 bullets. Flashbang goes in and Lake gets a 3rd. Might be a 4th. He actually saw a player on a trailing smoke, but didn't want to... We had to reload anyway. And they know where Dare is. Dare doesn't have a Tech 9. He's only got a Deagle. Can't get the headshot, unfortunately, and Arcade puts him into a grave. 4 rounds on the board for Carpe Diem. Who let me cook? Nah, blue's fine, mate. Blue's completely fine, okay? The blue looks great. I'm just trying out new colors. I was trying to get to be, like, more flamboyant, okay? Like, not flam, obviously, but more bright and colorful. Is this a T or CT map? This is a T map. Like, goes down. I can change them at any time, Tito. Oh, beautiful. Arcade just walks into that one and D gets a freebie. And that is going to put Seb into thinking about savings. 2 seconds. Let me get my brightest blue to, like, piss off Tito further, okay? There we go. How about this one, Tito? What do you think? It made the blue even brighter, okay? The intense blue aspect. You know what? Maybe this one. Maybe this pale blue. What do you think, Tito? Is Seb trying to save his weapon? The wispy blue color. Seb, trying to keep this AK. Is he going to be able to keep this AK? He is. Seb does indeed keep it. I was waiting for him to lose it the final seconds there, by the way. I was waiting for him to lose it. And they, you know, sometimes like when these people that players are saving and whatnot, they're like, oh, I think I should push here. And they get cleaned up. Elevate regain the lead. And now another gun round comes in. Except Wiz is on the scout. The CT buy looks really horrific. Which indeed it does. We've got some M4s, an MP9, an AK, and a scout. Scout probably not the best weapon you want, obviously, since it's not a one-hit kill. But it's pretty good if you know you want to just tag a few players and you're able to get away. Lake spraying through to A main smoke, and he's going to receive a celebratory alcoholic drink with a rag on fire in it called a Molotov. And Lake's just going to back off through secret. He's just going to be like, no, I don't want to do that today. Slowly pushing. War of attrition at the moment. Elevate just throwing a utility, forcing all the Carpe Diem players to back off. Another Molotov being thrown in towards secret. I'm not sure if that was intent. I think that landed for Snav, by the way, as well. It did land for Snav. Like, pops out with a flash, but doesn't hit anyone, and Peeping's able to get number 1. There, it's got number 2. And now it's up to Wizard to scout, and this weapon is not very good to try and hold a infinite charge back. Wiz has already got 1. Trying to get a second. He's been dropped back to Tetris. Seb is trying to pile on the pressure. He's got another. Wiz has given his location away. He's trying to take down Shane through the boxes. The scout can wallbang, but a big backstep from Arcade, and Wiz has helped out as well, taking down D, as D takes a lot of damage from Arcade's MP9, and now they're trying to find Peeping. The MP9 is just strong on that angle, and the AWP has been recovered, and, well, that's going to be a 5th round for Carpe Diem, and that was very unexpected, given how well that retake went for Carpe Diem, given the weapons that they had. I didn't think that retake would go as well as it did, to be honest. I mean, when you have, like, MP9s and whatnot, it's just, it's just weak. You don't have enough grunt. You know, you can't take those long-range shields, but I've got to say, the timing of that flank from Arcade was just brilliant. It was absolutely stunning. It just caught Elevate in horrible transition, and they just got whacked. Like, pretty much it. Like, basically, Wiz, perfect peek out as well, perfect backup. He's just like, bam, I'll just peek out here, stuff like that. Both teams look scrappy. Like, the utility's been very good. I don't think it's been, like, I don't think it's been as scrappy as in, like, you know, both teams are playing badly. I think it's just been a lot of pressure being put on both teams in particular. Like, the utility's been very good. Like, I thought Snav's Molly was gonna miss, by the way. The Molotov when he bounced off the wall. It hit. He got to secret. But it's been some very good trades as well from both teams. Great Kobe from D. They're going to push up onto the site. It's going to be a 4v4. 2v4 on the A site, though. This smoke wall. Wiz is just going to try and stay alive at the moment. Arcade. The re-smoke coming in. Wiz has got 1 on Tetris. Trying to get in to plant that bomb. They need to put the pressure on, and D will put the pressure on to Carpe Diem. D takes a bit of damage, but he's got the bomb planted, and there's still numbers up. 3v3 Peeping is onto the top boxes. Wiz can't stop this. Peeping's just charged through. Seb trying to just trade out the stage. Picked up an AK. Smokes are going away. Seb going for a 1v2. Absolute war of attrition on this A site. Seb does have a smoke, but I don't think he has the HP. They swing out. Seb 1 and 2. Takes down Shane as well. Shane was just ready for the trade. And it's going to be 6th round for Carpe Diem. Like, I gotta say, like, I don't, like, with both teams, you made the comment that both teams are scrappy. I don't think both teams having scrappy have been too bad. Like, I think it's just been a lot of pressure on both teams. Like, the utility from Elevate has been very good. Like, it's been very, like, you know, just get out the obvious spots. This is what we want to do. What spots are going to let us down? They push through it. But then when you get to the actual gunfights, they look very scrappy. But it's just like, geez, like, it's very intense. Like, it's very, very intense. Like, both teams are, like, putting everything onto it. And it's just so evenly matched. Not luck at all? Yeah, you know, you make your own luck kind of time, Lucas, okay? You make your own kind of luck. Dare gonna be boosted up. Wasn't seen. That was a good boost, and that was really good by Dare, controlling his model to make sure that his head doesn't pop up on the jump. But they do get a B player, and they will cause a rotate to come over. with that in particular with Seb, like sometimes you make your own luck. Because he's expecting that person to swing out to trade him out. Because in a 2v1 scenario, let's say for example, one of the 2v1 scenarios you have is that two players in the same place. The first one swings out, and the second one swings out a couple seconds later. So Seb's expecting that scenario, and that's why I got the 2k. Because the second person to swing out will trade him. So it'll be, you know, obviously a 1-for-1. Which is one part of a retake, is sometimes someone has to be the sacrificial lamb. D. Pushing forward, it's being caught by Lake. Lake just sees the inkling of the model. Lake caught out by Snab, actually on the boxes. Lake plant at default. They're trying to get an idea of how the CTs are fixed their setup. And Micro's going back towards heaven. Molotov been thrown in, trying to keep pressure on the player on the side. Micro's got one, gets a second as well. Actually, it was Wiz who got the second. Now it's up to Peeping. Peeping's done a few of these 1v2s before, and that HE grenade won't help him. They swing out. Peeping just tries to duck up and down, but Seb's just drilled him on ramp. Was that booster thing on CSGO as well? Yeah, it was. Blade, obviously you're on YouTube. Oh crap, I was going to show it to you at half, but anyways, we've got half time. I'll show you where you go. There's two ways to boost on Vertigo. There's the ROPS boost, or there's a boost in general where you boost up on Catwalk like this. And there's also a boost here, where you boost up to this danger sign. You gotta be very careful, because your model pops up here, your head's gonna come off. And then you just hide here for a bit. That's pretty much it, the two ways to boost. The Catwalk boost is generally used as well, because you can suddenly put a person up here. But since the boxes have changed on the site, trying to do the Catwalk boost is pretty silly, because people are going to be looking at you. Anyways, let's get back into the game. The danger sign boost has been a new boost because you can't do the catwalk boost anymore silently without the B site. Well, you can do it silently, it's just the B site player. Well, obviously he'll be looking at the side and he can see you. Okay, just checking catwalk, doesn't see anyone there. 3 players on that B bomb sign from Elevate. An interesting little pattern here, because Elevate hit the B bomb site on their T side. Just remember that as well. Like on their T side, Elevate hit the B bomb side, so they're reinforcing it. You always got to remember the old adage that teams that do one thing heavily defend against their own strategy, even though the other team may not do it. And Arcade's got the information he needs. He saw 2 players peek out towards A or B. So I think they're going to go to the other side. Micro. Oh, geez, D caught by Seb in middle. Bit unlucky. D was just seeing if he could get in, but he got timinged. Carpe Diem playing this pistol around incredibly slowly. I've got to say, Elevate, they can't even get any points on the board at the moment. We've got Lake down very low. Arcade's desperately trying to keep the second person here to make this A hit a lot easier. If you want to see even better boosts on Vertigo, there's the run boost to get to B stairs without going into the site. Without going through B main. Lake, Wiz, they've got 1 each. They've got the bomb planted at least, and that's going to put a lot of pressure on Elevate. Elevate, in a 3v4, they do not have a kit, but I believe the kit's on site. Oh, geez, Wiz with another dink there, and that's pretty much round over. And Carpe Diem put it to 8 on the board. So one boost in particular is that you can run boost a player across here. And I'm not sure when you jump in particular. I haven't seen it done too often. I think it's maybe here as well. And you can jump over here and land here. From T-spawn. Like you have to do a run boost. It's not a jump boost, we have to do a run boost to fling a player down here. And it's really, really good. Like it puts the B player under a lot of pressure. They're going to be well aware that that could occur. It just obviously dodges all the nades in B main. And it's a very high risk, obviously, strategy, because of course, if you stuff it up, you're dead. Talking about that, we actually had a team, I think, because I was watching some Australians, so I was watching Bad News Kangaroos yesterday, and one of the other team's players fell off the building on an A site retake at Vertigo. It's a 2v4, and Bad News Kangaroos were able to retake a 2v4 due to that player falling off the building. And also, not to mention that round loss eliminated them from the tournament as well. Kind of like G2-esque. Elevate. A few players have bought upgrade pistols, which is both Peeping and Snav. They got kills in the previous round, so they've got the economy to do that. Carpe Diem using their limited, using themselves and the grenades to snuff out players. Dare's just chopped off like a chopped up like a watermelon there. Okay, trying to get a few kills at Mac 10, but a bit lackluster there. Seb able to trade. Elevator fighting this, trying to drop a lot of weapons down there. Wiz and Micro have got 1 kill each. And Peeping, is he going to go for it, to be honest? Peeping was expecting the late lurk play to try and steal a weapon. Probably will pick up that Deagle, maybe. Can't get the one tap. Micro's just going to spray him down. It's going to be 9 rounds for Carpe Diem as they extend their lead. Just checking the stats for you guys at the moment. These stats that I want to particularly highlight. I've got to say, you know, Carpe Diem looking very, very sharp at the moment. They're starting to get on top of here on towards Elevate. Elevate were setting the tune a bit early on, but now that tune isn't setting. However, there's a buy round coming in. Late gets initial pick on towards D at A ramp. One of the B players already rotating as well. And Wiz is going to hear that. Wiz is going to hear Peeping rotate. You heard that trailing step. Slight trailing step. Maybe only I heard it. Just an FYI, guys, when the player switches weapons, the players playing cannot hear it. So don't get fooled by it. Going through middle, and geez, that's unfortunate. But Dare, he follows up. And Snap, he follows up as well. Molotov's been thrown in. And then it's going to go through the B site elsewhere. They know where the last player is. Molotov towards drop as well. Snav trying to play unpredictable and sneak through it. He's made a bit of noise, and Micro, he's seen him. Snav's going to try to go in the lesser angle, but Micro has got his number, and it'll be a 10th round for Carpe Diem. Even though people may say, like, you know, it's a pretty silly play from Snav, I thought that was probably the only play you could realistically do, is try to isolate it to a 1v1. Obviously, it's going to impact them going on to, well, another eco. Actually, they're 4-star in this scenario. They've got some hero, 2 heroes actually, the M4 and the MP9. Lake, got the opening on the other side again, a ramp. This T side from Carpe Diem's looking very strong compared to the CT side of Elevate. Shane's being tagged as well. It's not looking so great for Elevate at the moment. The utility from Carpe Diem has been absolutely huge. Yeah, he's got to go big here. Yeah, it's got him all lined. Oh, geez, Seb with an insta trade. They get a 2v2. Peeping's grabbed the number as well. Seb picking up all the nades that have been dropped by Wiz. It's going to be a 2v2. They should be able to get onto the site. Wiz was actually pushing a bit too aggressive against Peeping. And Molotov being thrown in as well. The bomb will be planted default by a Lake. So D goes down, drops towards Seb. Seb, not too sure where Peeping's going to be coming from. A flashbang goes in. Oh, geez, Seb, that was crushing. Peeping turns away. His head gets lobbed off, and it'll be 11th round for Carpe Diem. Carpe Diem's T size looking very good. Like, it was even when Elevate was in T side, but at the moment, Carpe Diem's T side slaughtering Elevate on the CT side. I believe they've won 4 in a row, including 1 gun round. To be fair, it's only been 1 gun round, but they're getting slaughtered at the moment. Elevate haven't been able to do too much damage at all, or any real damage. It's DR, not D. I really... Russian names. Alright, they're not as bad as Danish names, to be honest. Danish names are the worst because you think that, you know, they're how they're pronounced, but they're not how they're pronounced. There's something completely different. Yeah, got that all. Just waiting. Secret. Have you ever pronounced Roy before? You know, R-O-E-J? And he's called Roy? You try that one. Pure evil. Anyway, person on the ramp is there. On top of the default boxes. He's trying to see if he can see the lake. He's trying to see if he can get the player who's about to peek from Crane. He's just going to abandon the top of the boxes. They know it's an A site. Diaz taking down the lake, and that's huge. The entry frag himself, lake is just huge, and Diaz just going to receive a few extra gifts. There, chimes in. A few HE grenades, a few back and forth, but looks like it's going to be Elevate holding the site, and Dare's just able to just close the gate on Carpe Diem. Seb. He's been pretty strong before, but not really much he can do. Gonna make sure he survives this round. 6 rounds to elevate. Another HE grenade. Trying to poke and prod for a bit more damage. Like, got the Deagles, they got a few AKs as well. Trying to catch Elevate on the hop. Elevate do have a full buy. Just an FYI, when I go to the break screen, I've got to fix up my break screen. Because it's got the wrong teams there, because I went from casting an RG game to this. There, spraying through to old... Jeez, snap, he's got 2 as well on the other side. Can he hold a bit more? Not Seb, he's going to trade back. Seb's got a second as well, and Seb probably can't believe he's got a second. Looking towards heaven, the spray's not there from peeping. It's a 2v2, but... Oh, Shane with the double Kobe. I saw that grenade come at the last second, and basically Seb is just blasted away. And Elevate will get 7. Sometimes you can make a 2v2 scenario really easy for yourself. With a nade like that, indeed, you can make it incredibly easy for yourself. Don't have to go for that tussle and the retake, it's just straight up bang. That was a beautiful HE grenade from Elevate. And they're slowly getting themselves back into this match. It was a costly round though, but they are getting themselves back in. Tech 9's coming out. Yeah, misses the first shot. Molotov comes down. They're going to charge at him anyway, but fortunately, there is there. And that's the bomb dropped, and that's just only Lake left. Lake with the Tech 9, the off angle. Diaz going to be careful because that is going to occur. That's the AWP dropped, and Lake, they line up for him, but Lake doesn't get enough bullets out. PP will get the trade in the end. 11-8. Just checking around the games today, guys. Check out how everything's going. Apparently at the moment, Fluffy Aimers are up 11-6 in NRG. Against NRG, that's an upset. You guys didn't see that coming. Basically, NRG are losing 11-6. I'm not sure if that game's over yet, by the way. That's a bit of an upset. Oh, a bit is an understatement. That's a massive upset. I mean, our Carpe Diem, Lake is getting toasted and he's getting roasted. HE grenade's being thrown in. Trying to deal as much damage as they can. Smoking a Molotov. A lot of incendiary grenades being thrown out. Oh no, Seb messed up his nade. It's actually hurt his teammates a bit more. But I don't think they're aware of that, but they've got into that B site. Shane's had to go completely off due to all the utility. Shane, another mod has been thrown in, and Micro's definitely heard that. Numbers being dialed in, and Wiz is going to grab the plant, but it's going to be caught, taken out by Shane. Seb does trade, but it's not looking like a healthy trade at the moment. Micro's been tapped up by the AWP through the smoke, and he goes down. Now Seb in a very, very hard 1v3 angle. Gonna try a slight angle to protect his bomb. Almost gets one, almost gets a second as well, but Dare's going to trade him out in the end. Got a lot of damage, but just needed the kills in that instance. That's going to be a 9th round for Elevate. Nothing falling his direction at all. He's just probably shaking his head there. It's just sitting there being like, just couldn't get anything. It's all right, you know, he had the luck the previous time. Got a 2k, got the final tap of the bullet as a headshot. That time around, he did a lot of damage, but just nothing on the kill feed. Gonna say, it's gonna frustrate. Carpe Diem there. Ooh, yeah, takes out Micro as he charges through. Well, Tech 9s once again, they got that bomb plant so they can go for it. Or they might be able to catch oh jeez, I'm gonna say late, that was very scrappy, but they still get a 2-for-1 anyway. And also make it 3-for-1. Wiz takes down Dia. Missed a legged AWP shot, but Peeping just peeps up. Takes down Wiz. Still got the nades, and they've still got the guns there as well. Arcade snipes down Peeping. Doesn't know that Shane is... Well, now he knows Shane's very active. Shane, on the other side, has actually caught Arcade in a really tough spot, and Arcade's just been drilled, and the Elevate will get 10. Fortunately, Elevate do have a bit of money in the bank account. They do have a bit of money in the back pocket. Because a scrappy round like that, especially if your CT side has no money, you get punished really harshly. Fortunately, Elevate could probably buy up until regulation. Or end of regulation, I'm going to say. So that's probably a good thing from Elevate's perspective, is that, you know, they've got that reinsurance that they'll have that second gun round or force fire or whatever it is if they lose a round. Compared to what they were earlier where they would have had nothing. Great nade. Bounces off, hits Wiz Micro. That safety cone's just being thrown everywhere. It's like a ragdoll at the moment. I wonder what was said. Flashbang goes in. Mike Peeping. Caught for a bit of damage. We're trying to poke and prod each other. Just trying to catch the timings on each other. Problem is they can't really go to B site either. That's why Elevate's able to do so much aggression on the A site, A ramp area, is that Shane's got the spot in B main. The biggest weakness though is that they have nobody in the middle, and that's where Arcade is starting to head to. Starting to creep out on towards A. If you hear a sizzle, that's going to cause DR to rotate. Fortunately, Arcade is not in an advanced position, so DR should have the advantage, but they're on the site. They're going for the A push, but the A push is just forced back. They're going to go for now or never on the A side. There's only one person on it, being Dare. There, he's going to hold so much. A lot of utility being thrown in to just counter it. Just making sure they're unable to get on the site. DR's grabbed one. Dare's just going to have his head on a swivel. DR, checking secret path. No one's there, but he can just play time, basically. Bomb is being planted, but should be stopped. Isn't stopped. But it doesn't really matter anyway. Didn't really have a post-plant Carpe Diem. They had to just get the bomb down, and that's pretty much it. That's a good round for Elevate. And Elevate, we're looking for nades. We're looking for guns as well. Making sure they can save all the money. And that should be round 11. Elevate tied up with 6 rounds of their own. As you can see there on the scoreboard. Been very streaky for both teams. Tied up. This could go to OT. Because Elevate can, like I say right now, Elevate can buy up next round. I can confirm that. They can buy up next round. they'll have a fairly decent buy. Snav may have to go for an MP9, but like everyone else has got full nades and stuff like that as well, ready to go. It's not going to be a very weak buy, let's just put it that way. A lot of grenades being thrown in towards B. They're expecting a B hit. Seb, Molotov being thrown, is looking towards the danger sign, doesn't see anyone there. Meanwhile, smokes there early on the A ramp, like pushing up. Haven't been able to unlock the site. Like, there's only one player. Molotov can be thrown in towards, no, Molotov did not land actually. Like, doesn't see anyone on A main or A ramp. He's just like, this is odd. I'm getting the opening picks. Yeah, looking for that B side. Except, 2 players on B. See being Dia. Dia's dropping back. Molotov's been thrown in. Chain's held 1, but he's just been burnt almost immediately. Dia got a really horrible angle on generators. He might have already been flanked, actually. Wiz hearing all the information. He knows where a few of the rotates are. And Wiz just gonna hide down, but it's been caught by peeping. Here, 2v2. Lake's on very low HP. The AWP from Dia hits. Now it's a 1v3. They haven't got the bomb planted either. Now Arcade, he's gonna go for it. Scene 1. He's gonna go for the plant. He might be swung upon here. He is gonna be swung upon, and peeping's gonna slip him a USB to the head. Looks actually an M4. It's gonna be 12 for Elevate. Elevate have won 7 in a row. That bomb plant is that bomb plant not going down is massive. Elevate, just need 1 round. Very impressive comeback. They've got full buy as well, given the fact they have so much money. Micro doing the boost. Very risky boost at this time. Micro pops up, catches Dia not looking. And they have 3 players on B, which is the worst part. Which is setting up. They've over-rotated as well, but there's no risks to it, given that Lake's playing a very passive lurk. Given that early kill on Dia, they're expecting a full aggression onto B. Normally that would be the case. Like, you hit B, like, you can take out one of the defenders, you know there's only 1 person left, generally speaking. And Elevate were trying to capitalize on that, by having those 4 players there. Bit of a risky play, because now Elevate can't really play aggressively onto A, because they're not sure if they've cracked down to A yet either, since nothing happened to B. So they're going to have to use utility to try to snuff out if anyone's there. And it's going to be a deep smoke, and Carpe Diem's going to have a free plant, basically. No DR to just shoot through the boxes. 4v5, they have to go for this. Wiz. Oh, team flash. They flash in. They look past Wiz, and Wiz has got 1. It's not going in their favor at all. And it's just all up to Snav, and Snav trying to take down Lake at sandbags, but can't do it. And it's going to be caught from behind. Almost, actually, no, it was Micro from front at ramp to make it 12. And Carpe Diem get it to OT. I'm not sure what you're going about. Someone in my YouTube chat's going, how do you lose 5 in a row? You do realize that Carpe Diem won 7 rounds in a row before this, right? Both teams are very streaky. Like, Carpe Diem won 7 rounds, and then went Elevate winning 7 rounds in a row. I don't think Carpe Diem losing has been, like, any huge blunder in particular. Dia fires out a warning shot. Doesn't connect. Like, cops a bit of damage. Flashbang goes in, and Dare just cleans up the tarps. That's another one. Dare's hitting some shots. I think Elevate at this point are going to be pretty annoyed that they didn't nip it in the bud earlier on. Arcade should be caught here. Oh, no, he wasn't. He got dinked, but the trailing bullets from Shane weren't enough. Even the HE didn't finish him off. I think Shane got enough damage on him. It's going to be tough for Carpe Diem to get to the side. It's a 5v3. Wiz with the orb. Playing point man at the moment, so looking for the Tetris player. At least confirm that a second person could be on the B side. Given the double set of nades being thrown through Arcade, getting the information he needs. They don't know about the player on the A side. They're thinking it's Hell. I know Seb's caught Snap at Tetris, and that's going to allow the bomb to be planted. They just weren't sure where that player was on A. Great HE did a lot of damage in Hell. Oh dear, on Heaven. Could be playing passive here. Wiz is at the holding Hell. There, is he aware of it? Good hold, by the way. Holds elevators as well. They're going to triple peek into that. Wiz misses. Arcade trades, so he gets a second. They've got another strong crossfire at safety rail, but Dares denied it. And it should be able to get the retake just in time. They're just deploying that smoke to go for the Ninja. And Elevate got 13 on the board. Yeah, unfortunately, that crossfire was all that they had after they lost Wiz. And Carpe Diem just couldn't buy enough time. 13-12 to Elevate. Carpe Diem, they had a strong T side at the start, but it all fell apart towards the end game. Like, once again, charging to A main. Oh, geez, I gotta say, he's really trying to sell it, but these HE grenades from Peeping, they're telling a different story as he comes up on the kill feed, being like, hang on a second. I don't think we should really trust the A ramp presence, because given that we've taken out Peeping, I don't think there's anything down here. Shane does take down Wiz, but Micro immediately there to trade out Shane. Micro trying to grab that AWP, but unable to. They're poking and prodding him. Micro coming in via the smoke. I don't think they're going to see this and think, oh, back of side. Micro's got one. He's called through the smoke. HE's been thrown in. They can go via catwalk now as well. Making a run off. Arcade, the lurk is just coming back in. Do they check him? Snap going down catwalk. He's got to be careful. Arcade has snuck in. Won't see Snap. Snap gets the bomb dropped, and that is going to be the round. Micro is just trying to buy time, trying to get them to over-rotate to A. Oh, gee, that was very reckless from Dia. Fortunately, Dia was not punished for that. Yeah, 14th round for Elevate. Yeah, I was going to say, oh... That was very silly from Dia. They didn't even fire a single shot, just an FYI, when he was jump peeking like that. Like, you definitely could lose a round like that. Not that Seb or Micro, not Micro had a chance, but you could definitely lose a round because of that. Great HEs from Elevate. The good utilities showing here as well. Jeez, gonna say Micro takes down both Dare and Snav, and that's gonna be annoying to Elevate. They did so much chip damage and significant damage as well with the HEs. Dia fires a laser. They've gone to the A site potentially. Peeping. Gotta sneak on. Gonna throw a smoke, but everything around him, he's gonna have to defend this all by himself. Doesn't know where the player's gonna come from. Trying to just focus on one angle. Micro looking for Peeping. Peeping has a huge role to play here. Good silent boosts. Micro goes down to Peeping. He takes a lot of damage though. Okay, it's got the AWP. They're gonna be careful. They're not careful. I've got to say, they could have a good moment here because they think that's Peeping, but it isn't Peeping. Peeping's got a big opportunity here to get 2k because they're not expecting him. to be here. Well, I think they may have seen a trailing leg. Given that Arcade, he's going to get the numbers dialed in at least, but he should be taken down. He is taken down by Peeping. Seb taken out by Shane. The top of Tetris going to be a perfect 3 rounds in a row from Elevate on the CT side of Vertigo. I say it's such a rough. Carpe Diem takes a timeout. Such a rough T side for Carpe Diem. Absolutely rough. They get that 1 round to send to OT. Just can't get back in there again. And now they're going to have to keep Elevate out for 3 rounds straight. Can only imagine how annoyed they're going to be about that. Essentially final round of the map. Beeping. Micro, under a bit of pressure on the B side already. This Arcade does get the open on towards Snav, and Arcade's in the back lines already. And he's going to say, guys, we have nobody in middle. Like, he checks A main as well. It's like, we have no one in A main either. So they got a lot of map control. Only got B main, and it's the only realistic way they're going to get anywhere. Seb doesn't see a head pop up. He did see half a boost at least. Dia forcing their way through, but Seb's on the first boxes. Micro's grabbed 1. They trade out. They line up for Seb, but Dia quick on the trade. Does go for his own teammate's head, though. Kind of have to in that instance. Actually going to be thrown in. Trying to take down Arcade. Arcade swings out, and he misses. Double HE's been thrown through. Hits Dia and Shane for a bit of damage, and Dia's going to get chipped a bit more. Haven't been able to get this bomb planted yet. Going for it. Fake again. Like, he's got the bomb dropped in the open. That allows DR to potentially pick it up, but like, able to account for a few things. Gonna be another round. For Carpe Diem. Ooh, Arcade tries to go through middle once again. They're a bit aware of it this time. The double HE's just like, bro, we know you try this. Stop. Just need one little opening Elevate. Like, having a bit of a battle with the tops at the moment. Flashbangs and Molly's been thrown in. HE as well. Hits there for a bit of damage, so it confirms that they've gone up ramp somewhat. Like, just trying to prevent any pushes. And Molotov's been thrown in as well to try to keep Secret alive. They've heard Snav burning. Lake getting a bit interested himself. Might be able to catch him on the off angle, not looking. Flashbang goes in. Lake, he could catch them all trying to set up. Lake's got 1-2, but traded out by Peeping before the chaos could continue. They're ready to go. Micro makes a noise though, so they won't go for it. But the double HE is going to potentially force them to go. Peeping has to go. Bombs dropped out in the open. Fortunately, Shane's able to trade, but Micro's able to trade too, but Dare's able to trade out. Now makes it into a 1v2. Dare's unaware of the late lurk coming through, or is he? Seb spots Dare. Dare's now forced. He knows it's a 1v1 on both sides. He's got the players isolated. He knows Wiz is not going to peek him. Trying to jump over Wiz. Oh, fails the jump. Gets clipped on an edge and Wiz just rails him. I know what he was trying to do. I know what he was trying to do, basically. Carpe Diem. Their CT side looking pretty good at the moment, but this only takes one round to mess up, and that's it. Elevate. Trying to set up for an A take. I think Micro may have seen a few players. He's just like, guys, we got a few players down there. Molotov goes in. Dare's taking down Micro, and that's huge. Trying to win this ramp duel with attrition. Like, going for the wall bangs through the tops. Doesn't connect with anyone. Still got that HE grenade. Molotov been thrown into the tops, and Lake's had to pull back. May have to go for this triple boost here. Yeah, here we go. Boost his teammate up. Arcade. Doesn't see anything. It's not going to bother. Oh, that HE grenade is very weak from Lake. Oh, geez, that lot of misutility from Carpe Diem, and that is going to most likely bite them in the ass. Like, flashbang goes in. Shane wasn't even phased. Arcade's going to have to pull off a miracle here if he wants to hold this site. Rotations are coming through. And Arcade's going to burn. That is an unlucky spread. He's going to be taken out by Shane. As Shane's going to get the entry. That should be 16 unless they can just pull off a 2v5 retake, which is going to be very unlikely. Wiz on the orb. He's going to get switched to a rifle, but that's going to be very difficult to do. Another set of smokes come up, and yeah, this is going to be 16 for Elevate here. I don't think Carpe Diem are going to retake this unless really Elevate drop the ball here. Wiz does trade out, has to pick up a rifle, does get the M4 of his teammate, makes it. This doesn't really matter. And Elevate put it to 16-14. And, well, just takes one mishap, and I've got to say they dropped 2 HE grenades there. That's just going to say for Carpe Diem, that's just the worst way to end it is 2 sets of missed util. Like, that is one of the worst ways to end it. Because 2 missed HE grenades, I'm not sure if they're going to land or anything like that. But it's just, oh man, they could have used those. I'm not sure if they're going to land or do any damage to Elevate. But the first one was not enough oomph in the throw. The second one, it just bounced the wrong way. I think it was more panic than anything. But yeah, I was going to say, Carpe Diem not going to be too happy given the early lead they had that on that T side. I think Elevate's going to be very, very happy in a resiliency that it still kept going even though they were 11-5 down at one point. Anyways, guys, we're going to go for a quick break. And I'll see you guys shortly, okay? Be right back, guys. Guys, Josh here. Well, obviously, you gotta say it was a very close game on Vertigo. Carpe Diem, well, coming out losers, Elevate winning 16-14. I'm gonna say overall, that was a very, very close game. Very, like, you know, basically, that game could have gone anywhere. It's just so streaky as it looked on paper, where both teams won 7 rounds in a row. And obviously, Carpe Diem won 2 rounds on CT side, obviously losing. Elevate winning 3 CTs on 1 T side. you didn't really see, like, what I'm going to say is you didn't really see any clean leader in that game. Even though you look at the maps, you're like, bro, like, one team won 7 rounds in a row. It's like, yeah, but so did Carpe Diem. It could have easily gone, like, you know, Carpe Diem wins 2 rounds and Elevate wins a round and stuff like that. It could have been easily like that. Like, it was, the score line doesn't show how close this game was, basically, because this game was down to the wire. And if you're looking at the bottom of it, you're just like, oh, well, you know, basically just a good comeback. But it was a very, very tough comeback for Elevate to, you know, to really do and prepare and just perform miracles, basically. So we're going to get back into the server. The players are ready to go. And I am chilling for Anubis. I would say overall, like, between these teams in particular, I would say that I wouldn't be surprised if Carpe Diem win this, to be honest. Like, I would not be surprised at all. The main reason why I won't be surprised at all if they do win this is because, like, a couple of things crumbled their way on that Vertigo, and they win Vertigo instead. And I feel like this time around, I feel like something will crumble their way on Anubis, and they'll win probably like 13-10 or like 16-14 or 16-13 or something like that. That's my impression. Like, they do have the players to match Elevate. I mean, you saw earlier when Carpe Diem were dominating, where Lake was just literally shafting every single player on that roster. So yeah. Guys, be right back for a moment. I'm gonna turn on the aircon. It's actually really hot in Australia, or WA in particular, so I'm gonna put the aircon on. That ping? Oh, yeah. You guys are paying attention to the ping? Just an FYI, that is because I'm connecting for an NA relay. So I'm Australian, so obviously going to LA. 200 MS, 100%. So yeah, not that it affects the game too much. I'll mute my mic for a second. I'm just cleaning up some rubbish. Alright, I'm from Perth, not from Sydney. So basically, it would travel from Perth to Sydney to California. .04 seconds, okay. Explains the ping. You gotta realize that you can't travel through the speed of light, you know, through, obviously fiber cable and whatnot. It doesn't go at the speed of light. So 200 ms sounds fine. So it means it's like 160 seconds off. Or 0.16 seconds off. Yeah. So it means fiber is 400% inefficient. Nah, it's probably like 20% compared to speed of light. We're gonna have a game on shortly, just gonna fly. Okay, I better check the ESA Discord. Just to make sure. Because last time, if you guys don't know, they had to redo the server because not that none of the players joined, but Carpe Diem didn't join, so they had to reset the game. Could have a knife round shortly. Almost done cleaning. Here we go, guys. So, we're gonna have knives out for the person who's gonna pick the side. That was a very quick knife round. I had to put my bins by the door, just an FYI, by the way. I don't think that knife round would go that quick. Did they just slice each other up in middle? I'm going to safely assume that they went up middle and sliced each other. Because the Anubis rounds don't usually go that quick, unless they just go straight up middle. Either way, Carpe Diem on the CT side. Anubis is T-sided, just an FYI. So Elevate get that favored T side, and they've got a lot of utility to hit that A side. 2 flashes, 2 smokes, and a molly. Meanwhile, Carpe Diem got Seb and Wiz ready to go on the A side. Rotations coming through Plat, being Arcade. And here come all this utility, because they're going to rain down hell, and this is how I knew it was an A side execute. Giving out the 2 smokes. Wiz comes out of the pillar, he's going to be a dead man, but somehow he's still alive. The Glock aim is not very good from Elevate so far. Wiz has lived for way too long, and Carpe Diem's going to get the first round of the board. The rotations come through from B, and basically by that point, Elevate just outnumbered, outgunned, 4v2, doesn't really matter. One nothing. Carpe Diem get that opening CT round. Huge, by the way. It's like kind of getting a T round, T pistol round on Nuke. It's absolutely huge. Deep HE. Doesn't get any damage done in the stairs area. E-box player popping out being Micro. Micro does a few points of damage. Still he spotted 2 players from Elevate. Shane pushing forward that Glock. Micro just... Well, another smoke's going to be thrown out. Micro is going to check a bit too early. Trying to catch these Elevate players with their guard down. It's a bit more damage, actually. It's like a little mosquito at the moment, Micro. Just sapping away at their HP bit by bit. Meanwhile, Peeping's actually got a really advanced angle on A main. Carpe Diem haven't got really much pressure so far. And Micro, once again, keeps nipping at Elevate. A lot of players are walking around at about 50 HP, and Micro is just fighting them bit by bit with these MP9. Will they push this smoke? They are going to push this smoke. Micro's got 1, 2, 3, but trained out by Shane in the end. Shane got the opposite angle. Shane pushing forward at an MP9. Might get a second, but Arcade's going to drill him. He just knew an E-box player was coming. Dia. Well, he gets his man at least, but no... Oh, Seth picks up an MP9. But he's just picking up all the nades. Be a second round from Carpe Diem. The MP9's getting a lot of kills there. They kept all the M4s alive. It's probably the big positive. I think that's a massive thing in this scheme of things. You know, do you keep the M4s alive? Yay or nay? Especially on the CT side. Fire round comes in. Carpe Diem like to get more nades. Second MP9 on Arcade. Elevate. Heavy pressure towards middle. Molotovs, HE, smokes. Trying to force Lake to move around. Lake sprays an entire magazine. Only clips Snap for a bit of damage. I'm not sure if they know if they've done any damage to Lake. Lake popping in throughout the smoke. Trying to do as much damage as he can. 3v1 in middle, and Lake is somehow holding on. Lake throwing a few HE grenades. Got to make sure he just doesn't extinguish that smoke. Deeper smoke's been thrown in. Micro trying to get an idea in A main. He drops and loses his life. Lake, flashbang goes in. They don't see Snav, but Dia, beautiful, running one tap. Wiz, gonna be a very tough hold now. One player on each part of the map. One at A, one at B, one at middle. Wiz going a bit forward, see if he can just catch anyone off guard, not looking towards middle. They're going to go for a gamble. They're going to stay on A. They hear all the utility. But they've sold this one very well, Elevate. Could be a save call most likely from Carpe Diem. Ninja's completely mollied. They get that plant on default at least. They're not going to hunt this given the fact that they don't have much money. You can see no one has above $1,000. So it's going to be chill here for about 40 seconds, just an FYI. Now let's go check the other game for you guys as well, because I didn't see the results. But NRG lost to Fluffy Aimers 13-10, just an FYI. And NRG currently flogging Fluffy Aimers at the moment, up 10-3. Wiz takes down Peeping. I'm a bit surprised at hunting this, to be honest. Trying to take down the AMP9 of Seb, and it's been very successful in doing so. But they're not going to take down any of the M4s. So 2-1. Extra grenades being thrown in. Dia, they got pushed middle. Lake, got to be very active here, but Lake's been flashed. He's been absolutely pushed around. He is not going to get out of there alive. And Seb, he couldn't even trade either. And Dia's got a 2k. They've just bashed through middle. This is going to be an A-side hit, and it's going to be another save. Elevate just bull rush through middle. Lake just flashed, dazzled, frazzled, bamboozled. You name it, he probably is it. Micro trying to save. He's going to run to Shane. Shane was ready. Attempted trade coming in from Arcade. Don't want to lose all of these M4s. Dia trying to split the middle. I think Dia's just going to be caught in the back. Arcade trying to tuck himself a bit deeper. He knows the player's coming. Flashbang comes out. They should know that Wiz is on the other side now, and Dia's actually peeking it. Dia, wide swings. He goes down. The hunting is continuing. Wiz trying to save this M4. We'll be able to save this M4. Second round for Elevate on the T side of Anubis. And Elevate do recover. Could be an anti-eager here for Elevate. Wiz with the kit. Like I say though, we can't underestimate this because Wiz has a kit and an M4. He was going to be very careful here on the lurk. Well, never mind. As I say that, they just run into the B-bomb site. Actually going to say, I think Arcade goes down. Micro trying to get the double dink, but Dare's going to snuff him out as well. Wiz trying to keep this M4 peeping. If he gets this, it'll be huge. Oh no, he's dropped an AK. And that's not good at all. Especially if they get any information. Wiz is going to be like, hey guys, you can just grab this AK. And Seb's just going to run to it. Wiz trying to play on an advanced angle, but he's going to go down. But that's going to have Seb recovering that AK, but Seb's just going to get away. And Seb, he's probably done the best maneuver he can do is just slip away like this. He is going to be checked, but Snav, he will check it again. Snav will go down, but this is going to put these percentages on him trying to save this weapon down immensely. Swing out. Seb's got one beautiful crosshair placement. Might get a second. Oh, beautiful from Seb. Causing so much chaos. Yeah, charging through towards Econ. V-Box catches Micro Grenade in his hand. Gonna be a bit hard for Arcade. He's gonna throw a HE in there as well. Now Elevate got a bit of a foothold, and Arcade, well, he's gonna have to smoke it out. And it's actually giving him no way to try and hold this position. Alpha Wiz, he's helped his teammate out. A few HEs begin dashed in towards Ninja. Fortunately, he's moved away from it now. Wiz is taking down Dare through the smoke. a bit of misdirection in Lake. He's got the Kobe. Lake's got another as well now. This is looking all bad for Elevate, but Dia, he grabs one back at least, and Shane grabs another to make it a 2v2. I want to plant the bomb at default. Wiz takes down Shane as the bomb dropped. It's just up to Dia now from E-Box. Double swing. Dia knows two players are now in the shadow position or ninja position. It's gonna take out, pick up the AK, it's gonna go for it. They swing out, it doesn't really matter, Dia. Doesn't go how he intended it to go. Be a third round for Carpe Diem. That was such a tough ask from Dia there. Such a tough ask. Wiz straight down towards the middle with the AWP. Dia, it's actually holding connector or E-Box. Micro just wants to get in, so he's just going to smoke it out. And he's going to be mollied out instead. There, swings in. Oh, geez, dead. Like I say, Micro wasn't really expecting it. There's taking out the E-Box player. Going to cause a rotation. Now, Seb, the only one on the A site. That's what they're looking for. Looking for this A site. Deep smoke. Seb, he's going to have... Seb's just going to realize he's going to have to play retake in this scenario. He's checking plat because they have very little control. Indeed, they are playing retake. Yeah, trying to poke and prod. They know he's got a Mac 10, but Dev eventually goes down to Wiz. Wiz with the HG. Tries to check if anyone is in the backline so they can go through, like, being point man. Flashbang goes in. And Dare, like, going through the smoke. Has to go for his own smoke, actually, as well. He's trying to check all the angles. Doesn't see Shane being that close. Shane's got two as well with the Tech 9, but it's going to be shut down by Arcade. Seb, he's pulling a few more as well. He's pulling a few more bag of tricks. They're looking for the last guy being Peeping. Peeping's got one. Seb has to go now. Doesn't have time. Down to ring around the roses of Peeping. Swings out. Makes it 4 for Elevate. And will he escape with the AWP? He does. Puts 4 on the board for Elevate. Elevate winning a round with a bunch of Tech 9s and a few AKs. And that's got a full reset Carpe Diem. Charging through the A. Carpe Diem have elected to stack middle. Trying to bait people into checking it, but no one from Elevate went to check it. Now Shane, he's hearing all the noises. And that's what's going to happen, basically. All taken out. Seb, he might be able to get taken down Peeping, but he misses the initial dink, but Arcade trades. Arcade might be able to get an AK. Arcade. They're going to run over to B. Arcade's got an AK right behind him as well. Dare's there in a 1v1. If Arcade gets the 1D, misses the first shot, but doesn't. Yeah, he's just not going to connect it. Tries for the second shot, misses it. Give me a 5th round for Elevate. And Carpe Diem have done well so far. They get 3 rounds on the CT side. Any additional rounds will be massive for them. Thank you for the raid, assuming NRG won. Thanks for the raid, Fish. Hope you had a great day today. Series went 1-1, yeah, as expected. NRG losing the first map, though, that was pretty demoralizing. Obviously, NRG stomped back. Like, seeing a foot of Dare. So Dare's going to be absolutely punished. Dare has to hop back. Trailing foot is an absolute trail, basically. A lot of utility have been thrown in. Lake, he's not deterred at all. Yeah, we spotted Lake down as well. Both players have spotted each other. Lake adjusting his positions. No players winning this middle duel at the moment. Can't get a glove on any of these players. Going for the B side, execute Arcade. First man to block, he's going to witness a player jump over Arcade. He's going to be even stuck in this area. That's a Molotov to his direction. The smoke isn't coming quick enough. Now Micro, he's got a lot on his plate. And I don't think he's going to be able to hold it. Micro's got one head to swing out. He knows Diaz nearby. Diaz gets out the Tech 9 and just drills him. Rotations have come through. Lake trying to hold on, but his teammate Seb goes down around him. Lake dropping back towards cabins. Coming in as Wiz on the late lurk. They might be able to go to another site, which is going to be A. And Lake's heard it. They're going to go towards A. They felt that someone was coming in from behind. They had not seen the A player rotate yet. Given that Lake had got the kill, he was the mid player, they know that. Air knows that. It's dueling him the entire time. Snav trying to sneak into the back areas. Lake just waiting there. He goes down. They clear out Lake. Wiz coming in from Platt. Doesn't check. Oh, jeez. Wiz almost able to do it. He heard Shane. I couldn't adjust his crossfire in time. It'll be a 6th round for Elevate. He's trying to adjust that crosshair. NRG won. That's why you're here, because the NRG game's over. It's a BO2. Elevate. 6-3. Half by coming in. Shane saw an elbow just outside default. Big dink. I'm going to say these P250s are doing a bit of damage. Okay, the 5-7, he's able to hold on. But it should be traded out and is traded out. No, it isn't a BO3. It's a BO2. It's the old ESL Pro League format. It's just 2 games, 2 BO1s. Peeping. Oh, we saw a foot. That's Seb dead. That's going to be 7 rounds to Elevate. I've got to say, that trailing foot is absolute killer to a lot of teams. There's so many times where information's gathered by the trailing foot, basically. Do I want to translate what that guy's spamming? You know what? I'm going to do that as we take a time out from Carpe Diem. If he's spamming something stupid, I'm just going to ban him. Because he said the same thing again in the end. I think it was a BO3, guys. Okay. You're listening to a guy who's casting the games and who does it. Alright. You're getting banned because you're self-promoting, mate. And just an FYI, if you're using my stream, I'm going to DMCA you. It's an FYI. Yeah. Supposed to be thrown in. Now, Seb has a very impossible task. They lined up for him. Oh, geez, Seb must have enjoyed that. Perfect for Seb. He's done enough damage. Guess I had to follow up. Ah, Seb's not gonna like that, but Arcade is doing a... Oh, no, he's got the AWP. Does take down Dia. Dia was not paying attention to Platt. And Arcade's got a better chance of winning this. Picked up the AK off. Arcade. Off to work with Seb. Able to put a 4th round on board for Carpe Diem. Micro, pushing in. Takes down there. Looking very good at the moment for Carpe Diem. She said from the previous round, it's definitely given them a second wind. Micro, here's that nade being thrown in. Shane's taking down Wiz. Do they check close by? They do. Dio's suspecting it. Might be able to get in here for a 2v4. They are going to get in here for a 2v4. They take a lot of damage. Oh, geez. Lake through the smoke. Didn't expect that. Instead, from E-Box. Makes it 5 rounds on the board for Carpe Diem. I gotta say, that's a very, very strong half from Carpe Diem towards the end. Two seconds, guys. Snap has had 2 rough games. It depends. So I was trying to get my DMZ stuff sorted. Blake grabs one there, trades out. Oh, geez, good save. It's absolute chaos on the boardroom, but peeping with the Deagle, with the dualies. It'll put 8 on the board. Oh, jeez, don't hate grenades. Oh, jeez. Dia was very lucky that he was ahead of that. He was very, very lucky that those nades were way behind him. Arcade is... Oh, jeez. Arcade ain't gonna do anything. He's got that burst fire Glock. Let's give me 9 rounds to elevate. Give me a timeout from Elevate. To go to say, I don't think it's a one of those timeouts. You know where you take a timeout after you win a big round. Who have you got 0-3 as the pick'ems? I got Pain and Legacy as 0-3. Like the NA, the teams in NA that come 3rd to 5th, always one of them always goes out 0-3. A lot of people got Lin Vision. Okay, I'm a bit surprised a lot of people got Lin Vision, to be honest. Because Lin Vision's played in Europe a bit as well and have performed pretty decently. So I've been seeing a lot of different variances, but it's, you know, obviously Pain, Legacy, and Lin Vision have been the ones that people have been putting in. There's been some European teams that have been put in as well. You know, I've seen that. Yeah. Looking downwards. He's actually caught the bomb out in the open. That's Wiz dropping the bomb. Jeez, a lot of pressure going into middle after that initial pick. You saw all those nades just coming in towards middle. Dia's just like, I need to get away from this before the absolute Armageddon is rained on me. Actually gonna have been thrown in. Molotov been thrown in as well. Shane has to push, and Shane is getting successful with the push. Very successful. He's got the bomb as well. Ah, jeez. Nothing's going right for Carpe Diem. Nothing's going right for them at all. Arcade has grabbed one, but just doesn't matter. Oh, jeez, that MP9. Huge. Oh, they're not going to be happy about that one. Like, not at all. Okay, Carpe Diem, they're not going to be happy at all. It's not just the MP9, okay? Isn't it a T-side map? It is. It's not just like, you know, how it happened to 2K. It's just with the MP9, which is just, they give you the CT side more money. It really hurts. C9, Cloud9 and Ents going 0-3. Bro. You are cooked, okay? You are very cooked, and Dare sprays through the connector box and just goes bang. Mac actually did put Saw as 3-0 initially, but he changed that, okay? Mac did put Saw going 3-0, okay? And I told Mac, I'm like, I don't think Saw are gonna go 3-0. Oh, geez, Micro. Jeez, these Tech 9s, they're racking up kills. Surely he doesn't get another. I know he doesn't. Elevate put 11 up. This is deja vu. This is complete deja vu. You remember Vertigo was 11-5 to Carpe Diem. Just remember that, guys, okay? And it was on the CT side that was 11-5. We've been here before. Let's see if Elevate can prevent Carpe Diem from winning 7 straight rounds. Ooh, 3 players peeked out there. Well, I'm going to say Shane and they're going to have no problems on their end. They clean out E-Box, but Shane doesn't get back home. But Dia is trying to take down Arcade. Dia making a lot of noise. It's going to be actually a bit chaotic here for Carpe Diem because they're going to... Oh, no, they put the nades out and Dia's got the perfect timing. Dia could get 2. He does get 2. And that is the bomb. In an awful area in Arcade, the only one alive who only has... Oh, he almost walked into that Kobe. He almost got dunked on. And he ain't gonna win the round. He's gonna rely on 4 one-taps. And that ain't gonna happen. That's gonna be 12 rounds on the board for Elevate. And Elevate could take the series 2-0. I gotta say, winning CT rounds is difficult. $10-13, I hope. I gotta say, you shouldn't have too much hope, given the buy that's coming in for Carpe Diem. It's probably their best buy. Actually reminds me, I gotta do my stats. I gotta find how to do my stats on YouTube. Like... Well, I guess it's Anubis in general. You gotta kill the mid player. Yeah, that's over. They've got Galil. I got a Galil and AK. They can probably... Nah, that's over now. Like, in general, for Anubis, you have to get through middle, okay? Like, you have to get through middle. So, that's pretty much it. Should be 13-5. I don't... Unless Wiz pulls out... Oh, no, he does. Takes down Pet Peeping. But that's gonna be it. I just got to say on that CT side, Elevate just looked the better team on that CT side. Very well drilled, great utility, did a lot of damage, a lot of aggressive pushing, a lot of aggressive map control from Elevate. And that was 13-5 in the end. Not really, like I say, Carpe Diem they just didn't have the fight back. I mean, Lake just couldn't get it in middle, like it was just pushed back. Dare, Shane, I gotta say, some of the heroics that Shane was pulling, especially getting another, one of those T rounds on the board was extreme. But I've gotta say, overall, I think Elevate, their T side's a bit lacking. Like, their T side's a bit lacking. I mean, I think 7 rounds is not enough on that T side. But the CT side, it was just excellent. Like, it was amazingly done. Anyways, guys, that's going to be it for today. No more other games today. So I'm trying to help another streamer out to do their stats for the lodging the thingo. But yeah, I'll go do that. Anyways, guys, see you guys later. Hope you have a good one, and peace out. Bye.